Hello, hello. That is super cheeky. I love it. we were kind of specking something out on Show My Chat. Linkity link, Show My Chat. We did that like 2 streams ago or something. 1, 2, 2. The weeks have blended together already. I like that idea though. That actually might be a good way to just spin it up real quick and within the context of Show My Chat. Yes. I'm actually going to send that to Ben right now. Discord, where'd you go? Maybe you wouldn't mind. Glad to have you. Okay, so we are going to go back to Raspberry Pi stuff today. After a momentary distraction with from Molten on the cheeky thing that Kevin Paulo was doing, but not saying that I don't appreciate the distraction. That's hilarious. But right. Docs. I need my doc. Yeah, P1. Nice. Is that working well? I mean, it makes sense. Basically, you could just scope it to a specific bot. That's so cheeky. Oh man, I love it. I love it. I'm surprised I didn't think of that. All right, we'll see if featured chat is not working for me here. Got a doc for featured chat and it doesn't seem to be wanting to log in anymore. All right. We are going to do we're gonna have to do it the old school way, not log in with the browser. Oh, okay, maybe it's just broken. I bet you it broke. Oh no. Because the API changed for Twitch too, didn't it? That just switched over. I bet you featured chat is on a where are we? Probably just switch over and I can show you what I'm looking at. Clear. Yeah, so I was opening up featured chat. Oh, they don't have a GitHub, do they? Yeah, that's why OBS required an update. Because I think the big change was they deprecated an old API. They went to like V5 or V6 or something like that, which changed some of the auth endpoints too, I think, as well. And that's what triggered the OBS update. I mean, it was announced like a year ago or something. So like it's been known for a while. It's just, you know, it doesn't become a big issue until they actually go to to deprecate the thing. So yeah. I guess it looks like they don't have. Doesn't look like it's actually open source. I might need to. Yeah, I hate when endpoints change. I think that's sort of the reason that people really think they like GraphQL, or one of the reasons, because it's always rolling forward and there's technically no breaking changes. But yeah, it's a bummer. What can you do? Things get deprecated though. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to use this. Unfortunate, because I literally can't log in. Well, I don't have in my other browser. It just 17th time is the charm. What the heck? Right. All right. Well, and I just close my stream stuff too. Okay. Well, now it's working. We're gonna this is like 10 minutes after the fact, but that is hilarious. Okay. Yeah, let's switch over. So we got camera number 2. Pop that open. We got one of these. Come on, focus. You can do it. I don't know why it doesn't focus. There we go. I think it's just maybe just slightly too close. Is there anything I can like put it up on quick? Coasters. I don't know if this will be enough, but yeah, it works. Why is that one? It's really still getting in there, isn't it? Yeah, good enough. All right. Yeah, so we got one of these. I wonder if it might be lighting too. Whatever. I'm not gonna keep getting distracted. So what we had before. Oh, as I'm destroying everything on my desk here. Close enough for government work. Oh. I don't know if that's like. It's a bit of a slight there, I feel like. All right, so this is what we had working last time. We've got an eInk display. We stuck the Raspberry Pi on there. And we used this little thing right here. And that is not intended for this. The intention of this, ooh, I actually need a screwdriver. Let me go grab a screwdriver real quick. Change enough batteries that I got that same screwdriver handy. Let's pop this off. But it's not intended for that. Yep. Header extender. That's what it is. So we'll take it out here. Maybe. But it is intended to actually the black part that's closest to the rest of the display. That man, this focus is really gonna bug me. It's intended to make that taller. So if you've got so this is Raspberry Pi Zero. If you have a Raspberry Pi, I got one in a box. I think I can take the cover off and show it. The stuff on there sticks up taller. Yeah, I'll have to wiggle the Pi a little bit, I think. The stuff on there sticks up a little bit taller. So you need to use the extender to make that header taller. So like that heat sink and other little bits and pieces don't actually embed themselves into the other board. All right, let's see if I can take this off without breaking it. That would be a quick end of the stream. It's really in there. It's getting loose though. Slowly but surely. Have I tried to source one out recently? No, but I have seen a few websites of people literally setting up like scrapers to hit all the sites that are selling them to try to get one. It seems like it's pretty bonkers recently for trying to get small components like this. Pi for $150 on Amazon. Now is that a Pi 4 gig? Because that's I got a kit when the one that I just showed, I think 3 and 4. Wow. The one that I just showed, that's a 8 gigabyte. And I want to say that was 100 something for the whole kit. So it came with power supply and the case and a couple cords and such. And I got that one around Christmas, and it wasn't too badly priced. I think it was around MSRP. It's coming, just slow. All right, we're gonna. Bare board, 180 for holy. All right. Busting out the needle nose. I don't really need this header extender, so I don't want to break it, but There we go. Bend the pin slightly. Can you see it? It's kind of dark. Whatever. Okay, so now we got to figure out this header just a wee bit. Like I said, I don't really have a use for it, so if prices keep being the way they are, I'm probably not going to do too much more in the near future. So, all right. Big screws. Don't think I'm gonna need to do much with those. All right, seriously, camera, why are you? I wonder if it's got a low light thing on. Give me 1 second. That focus is just killing me. Where did I put it? Configure. All right. I think the low light compensation really makes it like fluctuate quite a bit. Still having a little bit of trouble, but I don't know what its deal is. Wait 1 second. I'm gonna put another light on it. And I unfortunately broke it. It'll still turn on, but whoops. I don't know if this will help or not, but doesn't seem to make a difference. Oh well, okay. We'll just have to deal with it. Okay, so I think this headers. I think this is the one that we need to use. And I'm pretty certain that we put the short end through the empty holes where the other models of Raspberry Pi usually have pins sticking out, and that'll give us pins. Then those pins can go into the eInk display. So it'll be something like this into this, like that. So the long pins end up being, wow, I really can't hold it close at all, can I? The long pins are the ones that end up going into the display. All right. Can I prop this up even more than I have it? This is just really bothering me. Thanks for the follow. Hi, D. Whoa. What is that? Cthulhu. What is that? All right. Yeah, I'm gonna switch this off real quick so I can move stuff around and not make you all dizzy. Funny, I didn't notice. We got this piece. Not sure what. Thanks for the welcome back. I'm not sure what the intention is for this. Oh, okay, I see. So if you're planning to put something that has pins into the pie, you would put this piece in there. Yeah, that's the way to say it. If you want sockets instead of pins. Gotcha. But we don't, because we want pins. Because we want those pins to go into there. So we need to do the little tiny pins through here. We use this contraption to push that in. And then those pins go into the eInk display. So let's see, what's this contraption? Oh, those screws are for this, aren't they? I saw those screws and I'm like, well, I don't need those screws. Did I bring a hammer? No, but I got clamps, which I feel better about. If it comes to it, though, I've got hammers downstairs. Okay, so let's make sure I got this in the correct orientation and everything. This goes like this. I think that's what I had, right? So I need to put it in this way. Whoop. Yep. Okay. Because it doesn't actually say down here. But this is kind of permanent, and I don't want to. I don't want to ruin my gold, as it were. Okay. So this thing, they've got a website down here. I kind of know what it's supposed to look like, but just for additional visuals, products / GPIO. Hammer header. So we put. Oh, interesting. There's like two pieces here. So the logo on the large piece. Yep. I guess it shows all the components going up, which makes sense. So why is there like two pieces to this thing? Like I've got I mean, it shows 2 pieces of plastic. There's a video. Well, would you look at that? We're not gonna get sound, but to give it enough room. Okay. Yeah. This is no joke of a video. Y'all aren't getting sound, right? Music, I guess, yeah, I don't have it hooked up at all. I think it's probably fine. I just really need the visuals. We want... let's go fast. So I just want to know what the other piece is for. I mean, that makes sense. So what it's saying is, oh, come on, pause. My video is lagging. Why am I dropping frames? Is I lagging there for a sec? I guess OBS is like tweaking out. Holy cow. Interesting. OBS bumped up to 80% of my CPU, which is hilarious because I'm not doing anything other than do the 2 cameras right now. Yeah, so it seems like one sits below as a base. I guess really this video, it doesn't like it going fast, does it? And it looks like they're using the one. Yeah, so they're using this one with a little gap in it. It still sees my face. Stop focusing on me. So I guess you're right. You just use the other one as a vase. Yeah, video dropped for a bit. I bumped it up to 2x speed. I think that just like tweaked out the CPU. I don't know. Okay. So let's do, this goes here. I guess I gotta take them apart. So I'm gonna go like this. Screws through there. I'm gonna put those screws. Whoop. They now fall through. Into the bigger holes. Don't line it up with this. Come on, focus. Stop focusing on me. There we go. This camera has face detection, which is cool. But it also means if I wanted to focus on something other than me, I need to trick it. All right, so we're gonna put the pie over the screws till I get it all lined up. Do they actually use the nuts? Not peeling my acrylic. Does it matter? There is, so I've got a daughter, 4 years old. He's gotten into YouTube's TV series called Come Play With Me or something. No. And they play with dolls and then do stories, which is kind of neat, and it's fun to watch or pick up things from that. But anytime they peel off acrylic, they go, "Oh, it's so satisfying." So now my daughter has started saying, "It's so satisfying," which is just hilarious. But that's what made me think of that. Okay, so we put this on there. And then we do this. And I think maybe we screw the board on. I'm not going to need it all the way in there, so I want to be able to pick this up. Maybe not. These nuts are so small I can barely hold them. I just don't want stuff sliding around. I think that's my biggest thought here. These, as we witnessed before, the pins are not the strongest. So when, and they were mentioning it in this video too, when you are doing this hammer tapping thing to get it to seat, you need to kind of go back and forth. And that's, I'm presuming that's if you do one side before the other, the pins are actually going to bend. Come on. So when I'm doing this, I don't really want these screws to be all over the place. I cannot get this nut to catch. There we go. Can't talk while I'm putting the nut on. So like if I don't get these all screwed in here, like they're going to be wiggly all over the place like that. And I want it to be seated in there well so that doesn't happen. Okay, so now it's not going to wiggle around, which should be nice. If I push on them, they're reasonably stiff. I didn't tighten it down too much, but so now the screws, they protrude a little bit. So I'm putting them through the little circles in this one. That gives me a firm base to work off of. And I guess I see why they call it a hammer. I do kind of want to have a hammer, don't I? I think I'm just going to use the back though. So what I'm going to do is just hammer back and forth. I think I'm going to mute my mic just in case this is kind of loud and or bad things happen. So it seems like it's starting to go in. I'm going to keep banging on it. Is this even more blasphemic? Can definitely see why they asked for a hammer. I think I might actually get a hammer. I think it's got a little bit too much bounce off of the screwdriver head. I don't want to pound it in it too much though. We might need to though. It seems like it's going in. I can see the pins going in a little bit. So BRB. It was more than blasphemy. It's definitely worked better. Okay, so we've got her seated. No, focus on the thing that I'm holding right in front of you. There we go. So we will take the little screws out, get the board off. I made certain to I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not, but come on, focus. Focus on the pins. There we go. I made sure to confirm that the black piece that connects the two sides of those pins is actually fully seated against the pie. Oh, I just realized too. Oh no, I thought the green screen would actually take some of that out. Okay, so we'll take it off. We'll take it out of this contraption, drop it into the ink display, and we'll get her started up. I feel like I don't know that it's that soldering is harder. If you have the tools in the setup to do soldering and you know how to do it, it's easier. But like, I feel comfortable via mechanical means. So like, it might be effectively the same amount of effort at the end if I knew how to do soldering. I definitely feel more comfortable with them doing it mechanically because I haven't, done nearly enough soldering to be comfortable with it at all. Okay, so yeah, that's a lot of small pins. Yeah, this is much easier. So I think when it's in, it came with posts. So I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but when those pins seat, oh, we're all backwards here. There's going to be a gap, and there was what do they call them? Studs? Is that what they're called? Studs? I think we might end up needing these. These seem pretty tall though. Take it standoffs? Is that what they are? Standoffs. Good to see you, Ryan, by the way. think these might actually be too tall though. So it might want you to just have a little bit of wiggle. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Not going to work. Hmm. I hope these screws are long enough too. Well, we're gonna put it on there. We know we go this way. You know, for moving this camera, the amount of times it's like refocusing and stuff, I don't think it's any better. I almost like the close-up view. Eh? No. I just thought for a minute there, I wonder if maybe I should use that extender. Because then I could use the standoffs. Let's see how. So if I put a screw through there, I can even be able to get. Make a connection there. That's what I'm worried about. Yeah, the screw's not even a fit. That seems ridiculous. I mean, I don't really want to like deal with binary screws, so I guess I might actually use. Oh, that was the wrong one, anyways. I might actually use this. It's a good thing I didn't completely destroy it. So the issue is that this little screw here is not long enough for my to go through my board and into the display. So I kind of have to use the standoffs and the header extender. That went in a lot easier. So this could be a problem. Now with the standoff in there. Got a bit of a gap. It might still be fine. I don't have a smaller standoffs, unfortunately. I think it'll be okay. That's kind of what I'm thinking. That's still a bummer, but we'll try it. Yeah. I don't know. I might take it out. The just this board is so small that the cords going into it, if you move the cords around a lot, you know, like if I bump the cords or whatever, those are going to be, they're going to move the board more than if it was a bigger board. So I kind of want to have it a little bit more secured, I guess. But with a 4-year-old around, that's not even my youngest. Got a lot of nieces and nephews too, so secure is good. Okay. We got it hooked up. I think we plug it in and see if it pops up. I think we got all the software kind of figured out last time. So fingers crossed we can just boot it up and do the thing. I gotta figure out which one of my thousands of cards are intended to go into this. Know that about myself? Are you saying it's not necessarily just a kid issue, it's also a you issue? I feel that. I'm pretty sure I remember which one goes in power, but I know it says in here. Power is by the camera connector. So we got a light. I don't know if you can see it. It's probably too blown out. Got a light, so I think it's starting out. Can help me out a Millennium Falcon. All right. Now switch back here. Got my router on my phone. There we go. Raspberry Pi 0. And it's got an IP address. Don't know if I'm going to need that for the moment, but we will leave it up. So I should be able to do SSH. It's not root, is it? It's Pi, isn't it? Is it Pi yet? Yeah. Raspberry Pi default login SSH. Because I have not yet changed it. Okay. Yes, it is. Yep. If you give it a unique host name when you can reference it, or whatever. I think what I'm going to end up doing is setting up Tailscale. I have known about it for a while, but I have not had an actual reason to really need it. And if I'm going to be running 2 Pis in addition to all the other stuff I've got already, then it's starting to make sense. And Tailscale. It is actually free for personal use, which is pretty awesome. But that I'm pretty certain that will save this or serve the same purpose. All right, so we're in more. You seem to be behind. I feel like I could make a joke on there somewhere, but I got nothing right now. I've definitely seen it get like way behind. Oop. CD examples. Maybe better. I read that the moment I saw it, if that's any indication. You can actually see your latency to the streamer via the advanced settings if you have not done that before. I suppose I can actually pull it up real quick. It's live-ish. And there's definitely, you can, I think when streaming, you also have options of the amount of allowed latency. Mute. So when you're on a stream, you can go into settings, advanced, and video stats. And that actually gives you the latency to broadcaster. I have seen that get up to over a minute. So, it's a thing. But we have, I think we've got Python 3 on here. We installed that last time. And most of this is running off of it. So I think, let's open up the, yeah, 7 seconds is not great, but not horrible. I feel like 3 or 4 seconds for me has been pretty common. In the like, I don't notice the amount of lag. Okay, so pip install, blah blah blah. I think you just run. I think you can kind of just run it. So these examples are pulled out of this. And I think we can just straight up run this. So if we do Python 3 clean. That's oh, here we got video over here, don't we? It's blinking. I know these take a while to update. If you're running it in black and white, yeah, it detected the display too. So we're like way further than we were before. And this feels right. So I know it'll go a lot, refreshes go a lot faster if you're not using color. I think if you're just black and white, a refresh of a black and white is on the order of a few seconds or a handful of seconds. I think they actually say on their website too, the color of a full update of a color display, or a full update of the display with color, is something like 30 odd seconds. That wasn't a great link, was it? I guess it kind of works. It kind of looks blankish. Where do we say that? Around 30 seconds to refresh. I feel like there's probably a standard deviation in there, maybe plus or minus 10, 15 seconds, especially depending on the operations you're doing. So like this is a full clean. So like I think it's changing like every pixel multiple times to, yeah, they actually say it here, to get rid of any ghosting. So they're running it multiple times. So we've gone through 3 updates now, a multi, a black, and a white, and then we're cycling it a second time. I'm assuming because it's trying to get rid of ghosting. I definitely appreciate that output, because if I kind of just saw this without having any idea what it was doing. Yeah. All right, so we are. What else do we got? So I guess they've got a clear in the seven color section as well. Image. What's the image? So you have to give it an image, I guess. Do they have any example images? Oh, they do have images. jfif. It's interesting how, so it looks like when it's going from multi to black, they must be writing it back and forth multiple times. Because like that flashing is kind of interesting. So they also have, this is kind of interesting. The example requires Firefox ESR. ESR is, I don't know what ESR stands for. Extended support release. Interesting. So what this is doing, I think we looked at this a little bit last time, but it's using Firefox in headless mode to take a screenshot of an HTML file. So, and then it's serving it. So like what we could do is, what do we got? Quarter after. Like we could set up a little endpoint on here that we give it a URL. It takes it and basically runs the script, spins up Firefox and headless, and then runs image.py to take a screenshot of it, or to actually draw the screenshot. And image is this doing. So we only have 7 colors to work with. So that's the other thing. Oh, I messed it up before. jfif is a JPEG with compression. I did not know that. Thank you. So we only have 7 colors to work with. I'm curious if, I mean, this kind of stuff with the saturation makes me think that they are taking care of it within the script. But I'm not sure. Like if you give it just an image, just straight up give it an image with, oh, it's actually doing 3 cycles. Wow, no wonder it's taking so long. Hey, there we go, complete. We got a white screen. Let's do just the display. I'm gonna move this down. One way to find out. I like that. Okay, that should look good. Okay. Okay. So let's try. I kind of wonder if that if this Firefox thing is going to be a little bit heavy. I imagine that's not going to go terribly quickly. Oh, this buttons is kind of cool. Let's try that one real quick. So on the side there's buttons, and we can run Python 3 buttons. So we could actually interact with it via the buttons. So we can do things like by pressing the button, it actually invokes one of the things. So we can have a clear script built into, if we're starting up a little Flask server or something. So most of this is written in Python. It might be cool to eventually do something in Rust or another language. But for the moment, I'm just going to deal with Python. Keep it all simple. Flask is a Python web server. We could set up Flask and have endpoints that we could hit via the network locally that invoke scripts effectively. And one of the other options we can also have is it can wait for these button presses as well. So when it's running the web server, if we press the button, it'll just clear it. So rather than us having to like have a computer turned on and have it handy, I can press the button if I want to clear it for whatever reason. All right. So let's try, I want to try what's graph? I don't want to worry about a library. I can try this one real quick. Stripes. We'll run that. We'll look at the other ones, and then I think I'll try doing the HTML example, because that's likely how I'm going to end up interacting with this. I think it would be cool to add a camera and make a Polaroid. Yeah, I've actually thought about that. The aspect ratio stuff might be a little bit funny, but it would be. This isn't focusing very well, is it? Come on. Focus on my hand. There we go. It would be cool to like have this set up, and when friends come over that know that this is a thing, if they could like snap a picture on their phone and then basically send it to this web server and show a picture here, like that would be pretty cool. I mean, it's only gonna be in 7 colors, but like, so stripes. That looks nice. This is gonna be fun to play around with. I'm happy I got this. All right, we are going to apt install Firefox ESR. I can't imagine that's going to go terribly quick on a little Raspberry Pi, but yep, that's fine. So cycle color palette. I don't really know how color palette's different than the yeah, I don't know how the color palette is actually different than stripes, but we can try that after this is done. So I think, I mean, well, this will probably come up on a couple more streams, just playing around with it. 1:30. Can we start up? We might be able to start up a quick Flask server. Except this is going to take 19 minutes. Okay, went down to 8 minutes. I was going to say, oh, 2 minutes. Okay. I'm like, what is? I mean, I realize it's big, but 19 minutes. All right. We might be able to set up a little Flask server real quick. Now I guess the question is, how do I want to like push code out to it? I think I've got Git on here. I could potentially set up a Git repo that I could just do a Git pull to update. The morning paper revisited. I bet you I know what this is gonna be. I can open it up on my other monitor, isn't it? Oh, that's slick. That is a big monitor. Pull it over here. Come on. Oh, different window. It's fine. What are you complaining about? I saw this and I'm like, that cannot be cheap. See, like, who needs newspapers anymore? Like, you don't need to mess around paper. I know, like, newspapers are only a couple bucks a month, but you could do this and it's only 1,500. That's pretty nifty though. Like, I dig it. But it doesn't come in large sizes yet. Well, I mean, even still for RSS feed, is it worth $1,500? Interesting. Well, we might not be able to do the image thing. What is... All right, I want to run color palette real quick just because I'm curious. Python 3 color palette. Clearly from the UK. Slip that U in there. And then we'll try the HTML. Oh, I must specify an output palette first. So what are my options? Do you have a help menu? You really have a... Oh, they do. Nice. I saw the arg parse. I figured they might have it built into it. Type CSS. Oh, that's kind of nifty. So presuming... Oh. I have to give it an output file? So this is writing it out, I guess. Hey, Jordan. Good to see you. How are you doing? Is it wanting... I think it is wanting a file name to output to. So I thought it was actually going to redraw. And that's why I was like, what's the difference between this and color palette? I think what it's actually doing is using the library and giving it an output file that lists all the possible variables, which is nice because... Oop, bump on my mic here. It's nice because I'm thinking that the most... I think the way I want to interact with this is mostly through setting up some more sort of like HTTP or HTML type thing with, which obviously is going to be using CSS colors. But if I can give it like a little web page and let it do its thing, assuming I can get this Firefox stuff here all working, I could just give it a web page, shoot it a web page, and then it re-renders using that web page. Then I can use all the web tech that I want, and I don't have to mess around with it. So color palette, that text. There we go. Okay, so now, is that actually showing the color palette that's currently shown on the display? So I've got stripes right now. Those seem to match up. I mean, it could just be purely, I mean, maybe not coincidence, but they happen to program it that way. Let's try this image one. Python 3. CSS variables like classes? Is that what you're thinking? It's image.py, right? Yep. Guessing that's probably an argparse one too. It is not an argparse one. Image. So I think what it's doing. No, I think it is just purely coincidence. I think the idea here is that this is something that I can now just go like this, drop it in VS Code, and now I can do HTML using these classes and basically like use these colors directly. All right, so I want to try whatever's in here. I don't remember what it was called. No. So we'll try writing that out to it. I have no idea what this looks like because jfif apparently is. jfif apparently is compressed Javas or compressed JPEG rather, as noted by Walton earlier. Oh, so that was the image that was there before. So the image that it shipped with is what it just did. That's kind of hilarious. That's not what I expected for bitmap with JPEG compression. Oh, bitmap with, okay. Not just compressed JPEG. Gotcha. So let's try. Okay. Just out of curiosity, I don't think it's going to change anything, but I'm curious if it'll actually give us a different palette. Is it giving us the palette of this yeah, it's giving us the palette of the display, not of what's shown, which makes sense. I get it now. So the idea is that you take this, you can drop it into, there's a couple other options too. So when you're doing pictures or whatever, you can have the exact text codes to hit. So rather than you having to take an image or an asset with colors and then they like try to convert them into colors that this can use, you can just use the colors directly. So like these are the options I have. All right, let's try this HTML one. We'll see what we can do with it. Hello world.html. Oh, that's a .sh. I didn't even notice that. Firefox command not found. Yep. Okay. So. Good job curling an image from the net and passing that to the image pie. Yep. That's true. I mean, it's pretty clear that an image works. Like we could grab whatever image we want. But like this HTML to Inky thing that they're doing here, I think that's mostly how I want to interact with it. Like if I have to do the picture stuff on my end, that's just a big pain. Many of these dithering processes are slow. So I don't think this is actually, oh, I guess it does actually write it out. Image dithered. Your vanilla dithering. Okay. So I think what it's doing is it's taking an image with a larger color palette and pulling it down to something that this can actually display. So do you give it an image? What's the image file and saturation? Okay. So like if we went to, what's one of those like free image things? Completely blinking. Pixels? That's one, isn't it? What's the other one that everybody always uses in their examples? Unsplash. Thank you. Yeah, that's probably gonna be fine. I guess that's mostly Raspberry Pi stuff. Unsplash. You grab one off of here and dither it. I'm not sure about aspect ratio or anything either. We could probably go with that. I don't want to download it. Copy. Gotta wait for this to finish now. So we could try dithering one and displaying that, see what it looks like. That might actually be good for the, if somebody, it'll be slow. So what's slow? Like we're not talking multiple minutes, are we? Because, well, this one says very slow on a Pi 4. Usably quick. 10 seconds? So it'll take us 40 seconds to see something? Um, I mean, I'm just straight up guessing, like, what's usably quick? I feel like if it's getting longer than 10 seconds, that would not be it. It starts to fall outside of usably in my mind. Yeah, I think we tried the dithered. I might still poke a little bit and see if we can get the Firefox thing to get going here. But that might be the end of the day. Just checking work messages quick to make sure I don't have anything that's gonna give me a hard cutoff. Usably quick comic book effect. Comic book effect. I think I know what you're talking about. When you say comic book effect. Oh. The one below the one current. Oh, really? Dither. Half-tone comic book feel. Interesting. See, like, that would be kind of fun to set up as like a somebody's stopping by the house or whatever, and they throw an image up on it. Like, that would be a fun little thing. I'd have to figure out the sharing and whatnot, and how do I get the picture there, but that'd be kind of fun. I mean, even if it takes a couple minutes, somebody could do it and it'll show up fast enough. And I guess this says usably quick as well. Okay. I shouldn't have done this update. We'll let that go. We'll try this picture here. Curl it in. We will see what that looks like, and then we'll give it this Firefox thing another shot. Where was it? Dither, close. Let's see if there's something that Raspberry Pi Firefox ESR. I can't ever remember if it uses apt-get or app, because those are two different package managers, right? I always confuse myself on that. Oh, my ads. We were getting 404s before. But yeah, I think it'd be fun to try some other stuff with too. Could we get this? Could we get Servo to work on a Raspberry Pi to be able to do this? Totally, like, probably not even worth it, but it's fun to think about. Now that I've updated it, maybe I'll run this again and we'll see if maybe some endpoints broke or something. Why did I run this update? What do we got here? Oh, nice, perfect size photo too. I'm down for it. Thank you. Oh, that's kind of cool. So is this here, we'll open up here actually. So pick some photos. That's pretty nifty. I dig it. So you can do here, we're gonna have to. So the link that Walton dropped, wherever my thing went. Oh, stop pausing the chat. Why are you paused? Is this? Oh, got it. That. There we go. This website, a la lorem ipsum, you can give it a width and a height, and it'll give you back an image of that size. This display happens to be 600 by, well, it doesn't happen to, but is 600 by 448, which is why Walton gave me that. So that's pretty nifty. So like we can, Unsplash does it too. That's sweet. I did not know that. That's pretty nifty. And this is a much smaller image too to work with. What are we feeling? I don't have a good feel for like what would actually be nifty looking. No, I mean that one's kind of cool. Kind of like that one too. Like as far as like colors go and whatnot, I think these will be interesting to see what it turns up with. Like there's a smattering of different colors here that are all kind of similar. A lot of little things going on. Like I'm wondering how it's going to deal with all these lines and similar colors. But like that's sort of in the same color palette, so it might actually look pretty decent. This is a, yeah, I think we'll try. Oh, hey, there we go. I think we've got some things to try out here. Images. Now I can do, I can just curl straight into a file, right? I can do that, right? I think you can do that. Did I do? I didn't do them consistently, did I? I guess I did. Okay. All right, so now we got potentially 3 images, assuming what it is going to work. Now if we run this dither, we give it a image file and a saturation. I don't know like what kind of, I mean, it looks like it has a default of 0.5, so like probably fine. That's an advanced dither, which is going to run based on, we just passed it directly, images / trees. No module named hither dither. Fun. This can't go wrong. So installing another thing, I guess. Yeah, we'll try this and then we'll try the Firefox thing. Hit enter, right? We're not doing much. Close those since we've got something. Like their instructions are the same, yeah. I think that should work fine. I'm wondering if I just needed to update. Put some wheels on our Python. So I'm kind of just installing all this to, I'm not doing any like package stuff. I'm just installing these all into the like global for my Python setup. All right, advanced dithering example. You should read the code. Detected 7 color. That worked fast. I saw a flash of the image there for a second. Oh, it cuts it off a little bit, doesn't it? Oh, I forgot my screens are off, aren't they? It's fine. So that's kind of cool. I'm impressed how much I like it, actually. What were the other ones? Road to turbine, I think. We'll try these, and then I'll try switching to the other. Yeah, I mean, you can see it when, so I just ran this. You'll see it, it'll flash there. So it has the image already done. 5 seconds? Something like that. Should be RGB ink, could be JPEG, PNG, or otherwise. So I guess if saturation is 0 to 1, I assume 0.5 being the default is kind of right in the middle. Yeah, so like, I don't know if you can really see it much, but the white's really all in here, really melted into the into that like wind turbine there. So it's gonna kind of depend. What was the other one that I did? I did trees. I did trees, cliff houses. So I am now curious what the comic book styling one looks like. And it's yep, how does this go now? And it's still supposedly usably quick, so we'll give that a shot real quick. It's kind of cool to see it update. It isn't bad. It isn't bad. We're getting a little bit of weird artifacts out up in here. But like for giving it a full color photo, and that's what we get back. Color me impressed in 7 different colors. Sky detail seems lost, but houses look good. Yep. Some of the like you lose some of the detail of the like different house colors in here. But not horrible. All right, what have I got on here again? I think I got VI. Oh boy. Oh boy. Isn't it? There we go. Why can't I do a? Is there a special character for Try it again. Is there a special character for Oh no. Okay, I got it now. Um. There we go. All right, quick. No. There we go. Okay. We did it. I successfully changed something and exited. For how seldom I use that, I call that a win. Yeah, let's try it. Unexpected indent. Yes, I forgot. Python, you care about that too much. JavaScript. Delete. Why aren't you deleting? There we go. All right, let's try the trees again. Now this is the comic book one, supposedly. Right? Because I did. Oh, good. I forgot. I left the screen small too. You didn't see my horrible usage of VI there. What was my error? Line 59. Okay. So I could definitely see the comic book feel. I actually like that over the other one. I do. So if we do the cliff houses again. It is very photo dependent. But I think as that like playing around, people doing snapshots and dropping it on there, the comic book one would work pretty well. We'll see if we still lose that sky detail there. Yeah, we're still, it looks like we are still losing some of it. Yeah, yeah. I think it actually looks better on the screen, to be honest. Which is sort of funny. I wonder if this is the webcam. I wonder if that's higher saturation than what this actually is outputting. So the camera is more saturated, so it actually makes it look better. I guess to that note, it was like a dash saturation or something. Oh, just give it a number. Oh, I should have done the other one. Guess what? We'll see how it looks. Can I do it before it changes? Oh, I might have not. Oh well. I was gonna grab a screenshot of it real quick. It's not so artifacty. But it does actually look quite a bit better with that higher saturation. Well, I think it's something to play around with. Let me try the road to turbines quick with the default saturation. I want to see if those wind turbines get blown out as much as they were before. And then let's try this. Installing this again real quick. See if it'll work the second time around, and then we'll call it a day. Then I think next time we pull this up, we'll set up a Flash server with an endpoint that I can hit, and yeah. If you don't have high contrast there, especially within that like 7-color color palette, you also still have finger protection on too. Yes, yep. I'm assuming that's what you mean by that. I'm tempted to just leave that on, at least for now. I haven't decided yet. Going back to the kids thing. Okay, so sudo apt install. Yeah, the screen protector. Yep. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave that on for right now. We will. I don't know. I was originally thinking about putting it in a frame and then like putting it up on the wall. So this desk is against the wall, and I've got a bunch of pictures hung up already. But it's kind of small. I mean, for eInk displays, it's big. Maybe we can switch to watch the install. For eInk displays, it's decently big, especially for a color one. But like, I don't have a banana handy, but you know, it's a little bit smaller than like well, I guess a little bit bigger than the palm of my hand, a little bit smaller than my hand in general. So I feel like if I put it any further away than like I don't know, a foot or two away. It's going to be so small, I'm not going to be able to read anything. 31. My goodness. I'm kind of excited for like the tech in general. I mean, it's kind of been around for a little bit, so maybe it's not going to go very far or not progress any more than it really has. But like it would be pretty sweet to see that price come down. And I'm wondering if I'm wondering if that will start to, like if the price of that starts to come down, if that will start to get included in like IoT type products. Like I swear, like all the kitchen appliances these days have tech. You put it in a frame and had to play movies at 24 frames. Well, I totally read that, glossed over that H. Um, it's on the other side. Frames per hour. I'm assuming that's what the H means. That's hilarious. A reflective e-ink paper display. Yeah, that's hilarious. That's kind of cool, though. That's kind of cool. Like as an idea. So 24 frames per hour comes out to what, like every few minutes or something, and you get a frame? I mean, that's kind of a neat idea. Hmm, that's cool. All right, this is taking. It must have actually picked something up and started. I've not been paying attention to the install. I'm assuming that's installation progress, and not the download that it was failing on before. But it would be pretty cool to do like. So my idea for this is, especially if I'm planning to keep it near my desk, probably depending on how I can house it, maybe mount it underneath a monitor or something. Um, and I might go vertical with it. Like, I could potentially like put it right below my camera. Um, ironically, in black and white mode, if I was just doing black and white mode, I could put my chat there. Put the chat on the e-ink display, and it would be updating it about the same delay that Walton is seeing the stream. That's funny, but I think I'm gonna mount it. I'm not quite sure where I'm gonna mount it yet, but I think I might. I've got a gap. I've got a monitor here, like camera's right here. I've got a monitor this way, and I got a monitor this way. I actually have the camera lens is like peeking right between the two monitors. So I could actually mount it vertically and put it in between my two monitors and kind of have it as like a heads up to-do list kind of deal. Ooh, hey, that seemed like it passed. That's a good sign. Let's get this going while I'm chit-chatting here. Hello world. Yeah, we were talking about the Pi portal last time. I don't know if I want to do Google Calendar necessarily, but I might do some sort of like to-do list or something in that vein. But like I don't need it. Do I need a Bassett something? File name. Oh, I did. File name. No such file or directory screenshot. Oh, so that's the actual. So where is it dumping it? So take a screenshot of that size with the file name. It doesn't look like I actually put it in the working directory. That doesn't seem to have actually worked. I mean, I doubt it's actually in here, but nope. Whoa. Calm down there. Is it not working actually? So do I need to specify it like that? Can I just do it as? All right. It's not finishing off the command for me. Hello world.html. No such file or directory. Oh, yeah. Look what I pasted. I didn't actually copy. Wow. That's awkward. Okay. Nope. Stop. Misclicked. Hello world.html. Illegal instruction. That is not terribly helpful. Slight distraction. I did look at the Pi portal that you had, because you had mentioned that last time. And it's kind of just like a little screen. And like, I mean, that's pretty cool. I like the eInk just for the low energy, so I can just leave it running. And between the Pi 0 and that, it's a pretty low power draw, so I don't have to like feel bad about it. I mean, it's nice to have a low powered thing if you're gonna have something running all the time. But these also aren't super huge. Yeah, 3.2 inches is, I feel like, slightly on the small side for what I would hope for as like a little thing that I could put to-do list stuff. But like this is, it's just a little bit bigger. And if I keep it close enough, I can make the text small. And I think it's going to be reasonably legible. All right, so why do you not like this Firefox? There's a larger one? Nice, okay. Oh, there's... Did it still not install correctly? Use the Pi portal at work and the 7-inch touchscreen at home. Nice. Kind of with the same idea, I presume. Where is my installation of this? Dither. I don't even see my installation of the Firefox CSR. I did do that again, right? I'm pretty sure I did it, didn't I? Yeah, it's already newest. Okay. Okay. So if I do Firefox, why is it an illegal instruction? Okay. I was not expecting this. Firefox ESR, Raspberry Pi, illegal instruction. Huh. I think it sets up the so as far as compatibility goes, I think the registry that the apt hits is actually run through the Raspberry Pi org, and I think the things that are put in there have compatibility. And this is the Pi Zero, not the Pi Zero, Pi Zero W, not the Pi Zero W2. Is that, I don't remember how they. It's the first gen, not the second gen. That's probably the easier way to say it. So I presume that there shouldn't be any issues with compatibility there, but I am a little bit curious or slash wondering if the issue is well, maybe ARMv7 mode. This was kind of what I was wondering. It was if it's So we might not be able to do that actually. Raspberry Pi 1B, and I got the error. Don't think that ARM v6 Chromium builds will still go further for much longer. So maybe you are right. That's unfortunate. Wonder if Chromium has similar options. And one of those threads that I was just scrolling through said Chromium seems to be in the same situation where it might be dropping support for v6 of ARM. I think I'm going to. I don't know if this will matter, but I guess I would actually need to reboot it. What is it? Shutdown dash help. Shutdown dash R. No. Permission denied. Okay. I'll give that a second to come back up. I don't know if this will make a difference, but just double check the turn it off and on again. That sometimes is the fix. This is probably something that's going to be a big rabbit hole. Finding something that it's actually going to run. I think we will give this another shot. Pretty sure I did restart, so I'm waiting for it to come back up. Yep, there it is. This might just not work. All right. Oh, here, let's go into. Seven color, wasn't it? Oh, that's not gonna work. We're already getting illegal instruction though. We what is it? HTML or something? Oh. Hello world. Ah, duh. Yeah, legal instruction. We might not be able to get this to run. And this might be something that doesn't make sense to try to get working on stream. I think I am going to change the image to something that, go up a directory. Because I'm too lazy to type it all in. I'm gonna switch it back to an image that we had before that looked better than switch to something that we had before that looked better than this washed out stuff that's happening with the wind turbines here. That might be where we wrap it up for today. Whenever I pick this up again, maybe not next week, but maybe in a couple of weeks, we'll probably, hopefully, I've get this all figured out. It would be nice to have the ability to give it a URL and let it do its thing. Yeah, that actually looks pretty good there. I'm happy with that. A little bit of artifacting up in here, but not bad. Yeah, I think we'll set up a Flask server, maybe do a couple quick endpoints that let us trigger some of these things and include a button press to like clear it or what have you. Yeah, I think that'll be next time, and hopefully I can get this to work out and we can put in an endpoint that accepts a URL that would be able to render, and I really want to run a server locally for that, but we'll play around with it. Yeah, we'll have to think about that a little bit. I mean, I guess if I'm running a web server already, I could basically set up a web page there, and the endpoint would just be like a refresh hook. Hit the endpoint, it would basically refresh the page to give you updated data. So we could do like a little spa or something that does the JavaScript things and pulls in some data. But we can play around with that. Man, I wish this Firefox thing would work, but what can you do? What can you do? Glad everybody could stop by. Is there... But then you would have to convert that to an image. Yeah. It's not going to be dependent on if I can get that Firefox thing to work, or one of the other ones, I guess. If we can't get that to work, then we'll have to pass it in an image some way, which might be fine. But we have been reading Peruvian Idol all the time, and they're live, so I think we're gonna give that a go. Thanks for stopping by. See you next time, next week, maybe a different topic. We might do some stream things. We might play around with Twitch chat or something like that. I'm feeling that. Twitch chat or Tari stuff. So this might be in a couple weeks. But yeah. Have a nice weekend. Thanks for everybody stopping by. See you next time. Bye.